King Ade with the Wizards Review. And my energy level is very low right now, man. Another loss, man. Another loss. Another bad double-digit loss. And I'm going to try to hang in there, man, but I'm getting those feelings like I did last season during the losing streak before we started the winning, eventually made the playoffs. This time, these bad losses are happening towards the end of the season where all the other teams in the league that's looking for playoff positioning, this is where you're supposed to be playing your best basketball, you know what I mean? And other teams are coming in or we're going into their court and they're playing inspired ball trying to get better playoff positioning, you know what I mean? Denver is no exception. And, even though, we know they're a great team, they have the MVP candidate, reigning MVP from last season on their team. Just to see us lose again by 20 plus points. Yeah, we know everything. We don't got our best players. Yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? We already know all that. You know what I'm saying? But back to back to back to back to back 20-point losses. I don't know how I can sit here and keep watching this over and over again. Like, for real. You know what I mean? Knowing that we're going nowhere fast. Even if we were losing, if we were just losing, tough games, or we were going back and forth, but somehow the other team, pulled away towards the end of the game, I could live with that. You know what I'm saying? But to just continue to lose by double digits, body language of the team just looking all down and out, looking like they already know they're going to lose the game. You know what I'm saying? This is real tough, man. You know what I mean? I'm still, I'm never going to turn on the team or nothing like that. But it's really tough, man, just to sit there. And then by the third quarter, I'm halfway checked out. And then I'm like, wait, whoa. I need to take notes. I got a show to do. I got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's a tough night, man. You know what I mean? Tough loss. We came home from the West Coast trip, 4 games, 4 losses. I was hoping we would come home inspired to be back in the city, back on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Playing at, a more reasonable time. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, me doing those late 12 a.m., 1 a.m. shows, I mean, I really prefer this time, you know what I'm saying? But it would be all worth it if we won the game, though. You know what I mean? Won any of those games, or at least 2 of them. Come on with a split. But we came back 0-4, looking for a win at home, and then we lost again. So if you add 4 games lost on the road, plus 1 lost at home, what's that equal? 5 games lost straight. Man, this is very, very tough, man. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm hoping we could win another game but even if we do, I mean, towards the end of the season, we played our way out of the play-in. I don't know if this was scripted, if Unseld is getting calls from, the management telling him that we need to lose games to get a better chance of getting a good pick, because it's not like the NFL where your record, you already know where you're seated in the draft. It's not like that. It's just the more you lost, the more balls you have in the, in that big ass circle, that big ass globe that all the balls come in. And just like the lottery, it's a draft lottery, you know what I mean? So all it ensures is we have a better chance at getting a good pick, but it doesn't guarantee that we're going to get a good pick. And that's why I'm never down for tanking in the NBA. There's no guarantee that we'll get a 1, 2, top 3 pick. The last few seasons, we've been picking at 9th. You know what I'm saying? I think it was 3 seasons in a row we had the 9th pick. I know at least 2 seasons. Well, nevertheless, no matter how much we lose, it doesn't mean that we're going to get a great pick, man. And even if we do, it's not like a rookie. It's not like we're going to get a generational talent like LeBron James. Even a player as good as John Wall with the first pick. You know what I mean? who's to say? There's no guarantee. So I'm never with that tanking and if we tank, we'll get a good pick and somehow we'll just turn it around. No, it doesn't work like that, man. So all these people, all our fans talking like that, man, y'all got to cut it out, man. Y'all got to be more realistic about the situation. You know what I'm saying? A draft pick, even if it's a high pick, even if it's a number one pick, that's not going to take us over the top. Yes, we need to build through the draft. I'm in agreement with that. But some of the talk I be seeing on Twitter and this tanking to get a good pick when it's not even guaranteed, like as if you guys don't know how this draft system works. I don't like that, man. But anyway, man, back to the game. Yeah, man, as you can see, I'm very frustrated. So let's just get right into it, man. So since we lost the game, I'll start with the few things that I like tonight, man. And off jump, I felt we started the game. Like, that's the thing. We start games, for the most part, with high energy, looking like we're back focused. It goes back and forth for a little bit. You know what I mean? It looks competitive, like literally early in the game. You know what I mean? But then we just lose momentum, and then somehow you look up, we're down 8. You look down, you look back up, we're down 12. You look down, you look back up, and we're down 16, 18, 20. You know what I mean? That's how it go for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though we removed the ball well a little bit early in the game, it wasn't enough, man. The matchup between Porzingis and Jokic, initially it looked like it was about to be a great matchup. It looked like it's going to be a great, a high point of the game. I liked what Porzingis brought to the table, and I liked, him being a physical, I don't want to say physical per se, but definitely an upgrade from the center position playing Jokic. Like, it was a back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, Porzingis was throwing some of Jokic's shots. Jokic was throwing some of Porzingis shots. They both were scoring on each other. You know what I mean? It was looking good. Unfortunately, Porzingis still trying to get his win. I thought what was going to happen was once Coach Malone for the Nuggets said, Jokic, come on the bench, that's when we were going to get Porzingis on. Like, if Jokic in the game, Porzingis is in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought it was going to be. But Porzingis, he was subbed out earlier than Jokic was tonight for the first sub out. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's when the game started to turn for the worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we got to let Porzingis get his legs back. Right now, he's just getting into game shape and just, getting his feel back so he can be ready for next season. This is really more of a warm-up for next season rather than a playoff push. Now, especially now and where we're at, like we're way behind the 10th seed now. It's just like a week and a half ago when we were like 2 games behind. Now we are, I don't even want to look, but I know we're still in the 11th seed, but it's not close. You know what I'm saying? It's not close, man. So, but yeah, I did like Porzingis. I definitely saw the potential once we have our full roster back. And again, we got to wait till next season. But with him in the paint as our center, it's definitely an upgrade. Something that the Wizards have never, I can't recall, like never had, like truly a good center that can be effective on the defensive end and score not only in the post but from the 3-point line as well. You know what I mean? So I did like some of the things I saw from Porzingis. And then also I forgot to mention him passing from the post. You know what I mean? Like, he has talent. He has really good talent. Like, the potential to be a top 10 player in the league. You know what I mean? At least top 20 player in the league. He definitely has the potential. We just need him to stay healthy. You know what I mean? So initially, also, man, Kuzma, he's being Kuzma, early in the game, trying to lead the team. But you can just tell, man, Kuzma doesn't have the same impact in the games that he had, like the few games right after the All-Star break. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he still he didn't facilitate as much tonight. His impact to me wasn't felt as much. He didn't score double figures, but he still gave us, what did it say? Hold on. He still gave us 9 rebounds, 7 assists, only turned the ball over twice. But again, a worrying trend is happening with Kuzma, and it is that he's been having the worst plus minus I'm talking about the last few games, and it hasn't been close. You know what I mean? Like tonight, he was a negative 22 on the court, negative 22 points when Kuzma's on the court, and he's supposedly, I would say, our second best player now, because Porzingis, I think he's way more skilled, way more potential when he's on his game. You know what I mean? But Kuzma's still a strong, you know what I mean, still going to be a strong number 3 option. You know what I'm saying? But it's very concerning that he has the worst plus minus multiple games. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say back to back, but it's definitely been within this last 5-game stretch that he's been having the worst plus minus. I feel like at least 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows me that he just tired. You know what I'm saying? I just think he just tired tonight. Again, his impact was not there. I just believe that, you know, that just tells you guys that he's not a number 1 option. We already know that. It's not like it's a surprise or anything like that. But this is an example of why I know that at best he's a 3 option on a championship team. You know what I'm saying? So you can't not score in double digits, not really make an impact on the game. You know what I'm saying? Have the worst plus minus, and you're supposedly the best player on the team. Like, nah, it can't work like that. Lately, on a consistent basis, having a minus 20 plus minus. You know what I mean? Minus 20. I mean, we lost the game by damn near 20 points. We were damn near down 20 points since the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole game. It was too hard to watch when we're down 20 points the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't want to blame that just on Kuzma, man. But I did like how we started. You know what I'm saying? KCP, he played well tonight. He played okay. He only had 12 points. But I liked him getting to the hole, drawing fouls, and then also hitting threes. But not too many tonight. Again, this game wasn't really impressive. You know what I mean? It wasn't really impressive tonight, man. But he did score a little bit. That's about it, man. I have here Neto early being a pest, but, you know, again, he wasn't a factor in the game. I don't recall him doing anything special. You know what I mean? I don't recall that. I don't even know why I put him in the notes. Well, I think he had a good little sequence, and I thought it was going to continue. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, he just disappeared. You know? So, yeah. Kispert is beginning, he's playing smart. And one thing about Kispert, he always has, although he had a negative 3 plus minus, he usually has one of the better plus minuses, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? So that just tells you that he does smart. When he's on the court, he plays smart. He hasn't been like impact player where he's taken over a game. I don't think he'll ever be that. Maybe one here and there. He might, with like good assists, and he's starting to hit those threes more consistently. Maybe that way. But he's still a solid player. And yeah, he hit some threes, and he also had a nice floater. Like fake the 3, drive, and then hit the floater. So it's just showing that he's diversifying this game. And he's getting more and more comfortable with the NBA game. And not only his 3-point shot, his 3-point shot, when he was missing shots earlier in the season, it seemed like it was flat. But now you're beginning to see more of an arc. You're looking at his form, and you can see that he's definitely been working on his shot to make it better, because the arc is there, and even his form looks looks much better. So I definitely see that he's developing, and that's what we want. You know what I'm saying? We just want our draft picks to develop faster and be more effective in the game on a more consistent basis. You know what I mean? So that's what we're looking for. Denny bounced back after a tough road trip. I feel he was the best player on the Wizards tonight overall. He was the leading scorer, had 19, added 7 rebounds, 3 assists, good rebounding, hitting threes, showing the handle. You know what I mean? That's one thing. He was getting to the basket, and he was getting to the basket with a nice handle. You know what I mean? So, again, man, he had 9 points and 4 rebounds to end the first quarter. So he's getting his groove back. you know what I mean? We're just hoping that he's more consistent. You know what I'm saying? Just more consistent. Again, that's what we're looking for with these young players. Just more consistency and much more impact on a game on consistent basis throughout the game. I mean, more consistent, game in, game out, but also within a game, we need our young players to be more of an impact more consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to jump out of the screen when we watch them play. And sometimes I just feel like they don't. And we look at the box score, and sometimes they might have a good box score, but sometimes a box score is misleading when the points, the rebounds, the assists aren't making an impact in winning. You know what I'm saying? So we just need to see more consistency, man. But I did like how he played tonight. I felt Ish was, came off the bench, pushed the pace a little bit, do what Ish does. You know what I mean? Nothing special, but he did what he usually does when he gets off the bench. So I like what I saw from him. Bryant got some playing time tonight. You know what I'm saying? Gafford got in foul trouble early, and Bryant, to his credit, took advantage of his playing time. So much so that when the second time Porzingis got subbed out, Coach went with Bryant instead of Gafford. You know what I mean? I think for a few reasons. I think we needed offense, and Thomas Bryant is a better offensive player than Gafford. You know what I'm saying? But I also felt that, and then Gafford just was getting, like, Jokic was abusing him. You know what I mean? That, like, he got foul trouble quickly. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe Coach just saw that Bryant was not getting in foul trouble, could score more, and I just felt that he just made an in-game adjustment to try to get more offense on the floor, man. So, I think Bryant took advantage of his opportunity, and we may possibly see him moving forward a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Rui played some nice defense. I saw him get in the passing lanes, got a nice steal. I think it was in the second or third quarter. I don't even recall, man. But I recall the steal itself, where he picked that John off and started to break. You know what I mean? So I definitely like Rui being more aware on the defensive end. Definitely like seeing that. And then there was a stretch in the second quarter, towards the end of the second quarter, where we actually started to play hard and started to play better the way we need to play throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? Like we were cutting the lead down, but coming out the third quarter, the Nuggets went right back up on us 20, and it just seemed like they were up 20 again for the majority of the game. Definitely in the second half, man. But a little stretch in the second quarter, we showed a little fight, but again, it wasn't enough, man. But other than that, man, that's all that I liked tonight, man. And definitely none of that was enough for us to even have a chance to win the game. You know what I'm saying? But you got to look at some positives. You got to find positives. It's not all negative unless you score no points. You know what I'm saying? Something's going to be a little positive. But overall, it was a very underwhelming performance, in my opinion. So let's go to the things I disliked, and I have looking like I have a nice long list of things that I disliked, man. And number one, man, the Nuggets just started real fast, man. Again, our defense. That's the reason we lose games recently. Our defense. We're not stopping anybody. Everybody can score. Everybody on the other team can score. You know what I'm saying? So our defense was not good. We let them score too easily. We had some bad turnovers early. Again, things that set the tone for us in a negative way. Just not being focused. Again, not playing with passion. Somewhat checked out of the season, I believe. You know what I mean? Like, to lose these games, 20 plus points back to back to back to back. At least tonight we didn't give up a 40 plus point score, but we still gave up a lot of points. Like, Jokic still had a big game. It's just now we're to the point where at least we didn't let someone score 40. You know what I mean? That's where we're at now. You know what I mean? So we're not playing well. We're not playing inspired ball. I feel like they feel like how I feel. Like, man, I think I might hang it up until next season. You know what I mean? That's how they look out there tonight, man. So I don't know, man. But yeah, like I said, speaking to Jokic, man, he was doing way too much. Like I said, I love the battle initially between Porzingis and Jokic. And, there were points throughout the game where they battled. But I believed in the beginning of the game, that's where their matchup was really really intriguing and really was like, yo, I think this might be a good matchup for the whole game, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Jokic blocking shots, just showing his whole arsenal of game. You know what I'm saying? Hitting J's, double figure scoring in the first quarter, 11.6 assists from the center position in the first 10 minutes. His first 10 minutes, 11.6 assists. Double-double by the middle of the third quarter. What did he finish with, man? He finished the game. Yeah, he finished the game with 29, 13, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. I mean, he does it all, man. Like, I was saying Embiid was the MVP, but Denver just played Philly, and Philly was up big, but Denver came back and beat them. Jokic was a big part of that. And then I'm just watching him. Embiid, when he plays, his game is just more, like his physical presence is more dominant, in my opinion, than Jokic. You know what I mean? Like when you just watch them play, the eye test, Embiid is a much more physical player. You know what I'm saying? But when you just look at the box, Jokic's stat line, it doesn't matter if you play bully ball or you play finesse. As long as you score, the points count the same. You know what I mean? 2 points is 2 points no matter how you get them. And Jokic, no, he's not as imposing as Embiid. But his game is like, he is so aware, so cerebral. Knows when to pass, knows when to shoot. Just like to have he brings the ball down the court. Like the commentator's saying tonight, man. They're saying he was looking like a taller, 7-foot Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like that man is extremely skilled, man. So he had a great game, but he didn't score 40. So I guess come on, man. Like that's no win. He still almost had a triple double, almost a 30-point triple double at that. That's no better than players scoring 40 points on us, man. So didn't like that. We couldn't do anything with him. And to that, Gafford couldn't do nothing with him. He got subbed in, and that's when the game started to go left. He got Jokic got Gafford in foul trouble, 2 fouls in 2 minutes. I mean, he was just doing way too much. Gafford could do nothing with him. You know what I mean? So that just makes me more appreciative of having Porzingis and hoping he could stay healthy, because he at least was able to challenge Jokic. Like before that, and if it was just Bryant and Gafford, Jokic would have went even more crazy than he did tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. That's really what I'm trying to say. That's all I can do. You know what I mean? That's all I could do. Look forward to next season. We had a terrible start from the 3-point line. I know we were 1 for our first 9. I think, what did we end with? We ended with 5 for 23. We ended 5 for 23 from the 3-point line tonight, man. You know what I mean? I mean, that just says it all. That looked like the Wizards of the majority of the season. Like, we had a hot streak right after the All-Star break where we started to hit threes and stuff like that. But tonight was looking more like how we've been looking throughout the season, man. Just terrible from the 3-point line. That is something that has to be addressed in the offseason. We need 3-and-D guys, man. We need 3-and-D role players. We need to shoot the 3-point ball better, and we need perimeter defense, interior. We just need better defense. Defensive-minded players that can hit open shots. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Some of these players that we got, we can't, you know what I mean, get new players, and then some of the players that's on our team got to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who. I'm not going to call that. That's not what we're going to talk about right now. But we definitely need some upgrades, especially in the shooting and defense department, for sure, man. Rui, man, he didn't have it tonight, man. I think his streak of 14 shots, 14, let me see, did he hit any threes tonight? No, he was 0 for 5. So his 14-game streak of hitting at least 1 3 came to an end tonight. You know what I'm saying? He was off just like the rest of the team. So I didn't like the fact that he wasn't able to hit any threes at all. One thing I noticed today, and like I just said, Kispert earlier, what I said earlier about Kispert is as far as him being a smart player, developing his offense, And that's why he's on the floor a lot. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, it was very evident that a game plan was devised to go at him on the offensive end because he got exposed tonight on the defensive end. I mean, it was a glaring exposure. I mean, he never was a great defender, but maybe I watch the games intently, so I don't know. But tonight he was he was exposed for the rookie that he is. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely has to work on his defense, get more strength, work on his footwork. He's still a smart player. I still like him. You know what I'm saying? But we can't have a defensive liability on the floor like that. He scored 15, but he was getting 8 tonight, man, exposed. So I definitely didn't like that. The Nuggets went up double digits in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? They went up double digits in the first quarter. And they go up to 20 points in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely was just, like I said, I feel like when Porzingis went to the bench, that's when things started to unravel. You know what I mean? Our 3-point defense looked like Scott Brooks type defense tonight, man. Like, they were hitting threes, and it's been recent, man. Again, we're playing uninspired defense. It looks like we checked out. We're ready for the offseason, man. You know what I'm saying? The motivation just isn't there. You have to have motivation and effort to play defense. Defense is about effort. And right now, our effort is lacking, and the body language on the bench and the body language on the floor shows it. You know what I'm saying? We're just not playing well overall. And it starts on the defensive end. When we don't play well on defense, then it carries over to our offense. Then we go on scoring droughts, and then we let the other team go on runs, and that's how we look up and we're down 20 points. So this is just very, very, very disheartening, man. Very disheartening. Our 3-point defense was just terrible, man. And if we thought Jokic was a problem, which he is, they have DeMarcus Cousins backing him up. I mean, 2 physical centers. Well, Jokic isn't as physical as DeMarcus Cousins is, but DeMarcus Cousins, physical center, still can score in the post with both hands, still skilled, still can hit the 3, still can rebound, still can assist. There was a point in time where he was the best big man in basketball just a few years ago before he got hurt when he was in Sacramento, and now he's backing up Jokic. So again, they're now on a 7-game winning streak. They came in tonight on a 6-game winning streak. Now they're on a 7-game streak with Cousins just as I won't say as effective as Jokic, you know what I'm saying? But just like he would be a great starting center for a lot of teams, even us. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be coming off the bench, backing up Jokic, the West, the playoff this year, both in the East and the West, is going to be very intriguing. And unfortunately, we will not be a part of it, man. You know what I mean? But I'm still looking forward to it regardless, man. We gave up 30-plus points in the first quarter again. It's just a theme, again, that just, emphasizes my point about us just lacking on the defensive end. The effort is just not there. And another 30-plus point quarter. You know what I mean? Another 70-plus point half. Giving up 70 points. Giving up in one half, yo. Like, another game. What they say, 4 games in a row we did that? I mean, that just shows you we don't have the athletes, and we don't have the drive to play defense. I mean, it's just a terrible combination. So there's a lot of work that Tommy Sheppard has to do in order to get us better. We got to play better defense. Like, I mean, it's so demoralizing watching us play the defense that we play, man. It's just terrible, man. The Nuggets shot over 55% in the first half from the field. Again, what did they end up with? They ended up over 50% from the field, 51% from the field. You know what I mean? So again, just not scoring, just not playing well. The defense, man, defense. Like, we can score the ball, but you got to play deep. And it's just lack of attention to detail. Like, it's be the same type of stuff. Wide open threes, missing assignments. I mean, how many times can you make the same mistakes? I don't know, man. Coach Unseld, man. I don't know if he's getting through it to his. I can't say he lost the team yet. I don't. I don't want to say that. He's a rookie coach, but I don't know if he's screaming. Like, I don't know, man. His demeanor. Earlier in the season, I felt that his demeanor off the bench had energy, and he was getting up, moving his hands. You know what I mean? Doing way more than Scott Brooks. Like, Scott Brooks was just mad chill. Like, Wes Unseld isn't the type of coach that's going to get in the player's face or get in his player's face and start screaming on him. But I felt earlier in the season, he had more energy off the bench, like when you just watched him. But now he's just, no matter what's going on, his energy's not, like, he's not spazzing when we're losing. Like, he's calling timeouts and stuff, but he's not screaming on nobody. He's not, like, you know what I mean? I know they're grown men and things of that nature, but, yo, sometimes, man, you gotta do something. You gotta say something. So, man, I don't know, man. That's terrible. We started the second half terribly. You know what I'm saying? We started the second half terribly. We had the game. We cut the game. It wasn't respectable, but you know, I don't know, man. But we let them have an 11-0 run. You know what I'm saying? They had an 11-0 run, and that helped blow the game open. You know what I'm saying? That 11-0 run blew the game open. Oh no, it was in the second quarter. My fault. In the second quarter, yeah, we started the second quarter. The Nuggets started the second quarter on an 11-0 run, and then they went up 20 in the second quarter, and then that's when it seemed like we were down 20 the whole game. I mean, we lost the game by 19. You know, I mean, we lost the game by 18. You know what I'm saying? So we were down 20 the majority of the second half. Like, you know, we might get to be down 19 for a minute, but then they would go up another 22, 21. And that's just where it seemed to stay throughout the game. You know what I mean? Between 19 and 24 points. We were down the whole second half. You know what I mean? So, again, just uninspired ball. Just make you not want to watch the game. Austin Rivers got in the game. He got some. You know what I mean? He got hot and off the bench. We ended the second quarter down 73-52. So we were down 21 points at the end of the second quarter. Like, again, second quarter is when everything just fell all the way off the wells. And we never got back. We had a quick run, but then they would jump back up on us 20 plus, and it was just like 20 plus points. That's just it. You're going to lose by like around 20 tonight. And that's what happened. I already mentioned the 4 games in a row where we allowed 70 plus points in a half. Again, terrible defense. The bull Bones Highland from Wilmington, Delaware. That's my little man. That's my homie's little man. You know what I mean? My dudes from Delaware. Shout out to my dudes from Delaware. You know what I'm saying? From a tough block. And if you watch how he played, you could tell that he's from a tough area, man, because he played fearless. You know what I mean? I respected this game tonight. The boy got handles, man. He went to VCU. You know what I'm saying? Like, very impressive. Again, Denver drafted him late in the draft. Again, why we can't get players like that? Why we can't get sleepers like that come in and just shock the world? You know what I mean? We get good, decent draft picks. But again, I'm looking at our draft picks. You know what I mean? A boy from Israel, boy from Japan. They all right, they good. But I think it's deeper than just their play. I think it's about marketing opportunities and about money. But we need a player. Like, Rui came out of college with a, you know, we knew he had game. You know what I'm saying? Denny, the praises were high for him coming from Israel. Youngest player to win MVP of their league. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, their draft spots were warranted. But we never seemed to get that out of nowhere player. You know what I'm saying? Like how the Bucks got Giannis at the 15th pick. I'm not saying we got to get a player that, I mean, I would wish, I would hope, I would love to get a player that good to develop and be that great player. But Bones Highland, like for him to come out of VCU, get picked like number, I think 26th, and just come out balling like that, we need to get players like that, yo. We need to get players with crazy handle, confidence, fearless, plays defense and can shoot the ball, the three-point ball. We need players like that, man. Why we can't get players like that? Look, if we have another draft where we get just an player, and then a team app that picks after us gets a player that turns into an elite player later down the line, Tommy Shepard gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. Watching Bones Hyland do us dirty, it just kind of made me upset, man, because he's better than as much as I like Kispert. I do. I like him. I like his development. Bones Hyland is better than him. I would have rather have Bones Hyland than Corey Kispert. You know what I mean? Corey Kispert went to a bigger school, more, you know what I mean, Gonzaga, you know what I mean, West Coast powerhouse, and they made it all the way to the NCAA championship game. So, you know, he was on TV. Everybody know who he was. You know what I'm saying? So I could see why he got drafted with the reputation of a three-point shooter. We needed shooting. So he did, like, I understand the pick. But then when I see other teams get players that were sleepers, they get them with 20-something picks and they become an impact player, like, immediately, while our players are still developing, it kind of infuriates me, man, because it's like, where is our scouting department? What are we looking at when we're drafting players? What are we trying to do? So, yeah, man, enough about that, man. And then to end all that, man, the Nuggets had, let me see if that's still the case, but they had they had 4 players off the bench that scored in double figures tonight. So all of the stuff that I just mentioned tonight, all the things I disliked, the vast majority of what I disliked tonight was on the defensive end. And that's why we lost the game tonight. Defense. We can't play defense. We're playing uninspired defense. And I don't know what Coach Unseld is doing, how he's trying to motivate the players, but they're not playing any defense, man. They're not playing any defense whatsoever. We got to play better D. We got to play better D. We got to be more competitive. We can't go down double digits in the first quarter damn near every game. I don't care who we play. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's everything I disliked, man. Everything that led to our loss tonight, man. Again, very disheartening. I just feel like the team has checked out. I'm trying to hang in there, man. But if we lose a couple more games by 20-plus points, I'm afraid that I might have to check out right with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Just say, man, I enjoy y'all watching me, man. Hope y'all come back next season because there's better things I could be doing than watching a team lose by 20 points over and over again. You know what I mean? And there's better things we all could be doing. You know what I'm saying? This team has to play with much more fight, man. From the tip-off to the triple zeros on the clock. We got to play much better, much more fight, man, much more energy, much more heart. We're playing terrible defense, man. And Coach Unseld that's why we hired you in the first place. And we played your former team tonight, and they ran circles around you, dog. You're supposed to know them. You're supposed to know the majority of the players on that side and know their weaknesses and how we can attack them. And I see none of that going on. Again, I know we don't have our best players on the court, but still, at least be more competitive, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I do not know what's going on. But this, I almost cussed. My apologies. This is just demoralizing, yo. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it, yo. But anyway, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. I'm just feeling some type of way. Just thinking about this loss, thinking about 5 losses in a row. Going to New York on Friday, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what we do there. We'll see what we do in New York, you know what I mean? If you like the content, man, I really would appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at the Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow me follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as on the Xbox Series X and S on NBA 2K22. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, Friday night, New York. It's always an exciting game. And we always play well against New York. So I'm hoping that we can find some of that magic and get a win, because we desperately need one. Just for our morale, if anything. It's not for no playoffs, but just for our morale, man. We need a win. So that's what I'm hoping for on Friday night, man. So I hope to see y'all that time, man. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Till Friday, man. Take care. Peace.